After a dramatic end at the Emirates, Arsenal 1, Manchester City 1. Let's react to it at the full-time score. What does this mean now for the title race? Martinelli saves them in the dying minutes. Let's dive into it. So these are the stats for the overall game. Arsenal, do get a point in the last minute, a goal consolation due to Gabriel Martinelli. These are the statistics for the overall game. We'll dive into first half. I can't lie. I actually thought Man City looked really good in that first. I thought they were playing good counter football, passing the ball around, being possessive, making use of the ball. I mean, it was another shocking Arsenal mistake. I don't know what Saliba is kind of doing that far up the pitch in that sort of a collision. When Erling Haaland, with his physicality, the pace and the power of him, he's going to win the ball back from you. And ultimately, Gabriel Magalhaes was never getting anywhere near Erling Haaland at the end. And it was a very Dortmund-esque goal, very just first season of Erling Haaland when they played that counter-attacking football. And they just played it straight into him. Do you know how you saw that combination of like De Bruyne and Haaland in his first season? Very esque goal of that, and it was a quality finish by Erling Haaland. And my God, he is on dangerous form so far this season for Manchester City. He's looking like back to his fully best. I mean, so far for him, 16 goals in his last competitive games for club and country. And yeah, by the way, that's his 152 goal and assist for Manchester City in 152 games. Yeah, Erling Haaland is not human. That is the title. But these are the overall stats. I mean, look, Arsenal in the second half, yes, they were better going forward. I mean, they kind of had to. I mean, this was the team that they set it up with. You couldn't get more defensive than you like. You genuinely couldn't get more defensive. You're playing David Raya, cool. Flat back for centre backs. You're then playing defensive midfielder, more like box to box in Mikel Moreno. You're then playing Zubimendi, who I actually think hasn't been really too great for Arsenal. He hasn't really been impressive. I actually called it at the start of the season. I don't know if he really, really stylistically suits Arsenal that much. Declan Rice, another holding six. And then you're literally playing. You couldn't get more defensive. Then you got a front three of Noni Madueke, Gyökeres, and Leandro Trossard, which you could argue Trossard maybe deserved to have started. After a really good impressive performance in midweek, getting a goal and assist, in Arsenal getting a Champions League result. This was the Manchester City team that they started with. I thought they really lacked pace in terms of blistering pace on either wings to really cause Arsenal problems at the full-backs. Because we know Calafiori can be get. I don't know why Pep didn't really start like a Savia or a Doku and put them on that either side. To put him on the right wing instead of Bernardo Silva and Kosanov. But yeah, and obviously Ryan Dessy did get the assist, who's been okay for Manchester City so far. And obviously these are the substitutes that did end up coming on. Eze got the assist. How is Eze not starting games? I mean, you just look at the massive ball over the top, clips that whole Manchester City team, plays Gabriel Martinelli in. An absolute brilliant finish. I mean, Gyökeres was well offside, so he got lucky that Aki was kind of playing him on, but it would have been an offside goal. Donnarumma should have probably come clearer to his lines, because he probably should have done better. An absolute mountain of a keeper like that shouldn't be getting beaten like that. Obviously, Avskera, Saka comes back for an injury for them. Didn't really make too much of an impact, to be honest with you. Savio probably should have come on sooner. Why are you bringing on Savio with 4 minutes to go? Don't really know. And obviously, look, Man City have still got players to come back. And I actually thought defensively they was okay. I mean, they didn't, Arsenal didn't really cause them problems in that first half, because you look at that Manchester City players, they've still got Aït-Nouri to come back. They've still got Omar Mamouche. Cherki, they're missing that creativity who's out for a while. And obviously, Arsenal did have a couple of players. Again, these players don't really start for them anyway. But all in all, what does that stand for the Premier League table? Arsenal are now 5 points behind Liverpool after 5 games. And their next game is Newcastle away. Ain't easy. As for Manchester City, they currently are in 9th, winning 2 from 5. Obviously, they beat Wolves on the first day, then lost back-to-back. Then they ended up beating Manchester United and a draw to us. They do play Burnley next week. which you'd expect them to pick up 3 points at the Etihad. And as for Arsenal, they do play Newcastle. They've got some tough games coming up and they're dropping points. This is what we want to see as Liverpool fans. In my opinion, if they can drop points against Newcastle, that it will be absolutely fantastic, because in terms of the title race stand of things, in terms of the title race, obviously my club Liverpool have Crystal Palace, but we've got some tough games after this. After that, you are likes of playing the likes of Chelsea. After that, I expect us to beat United, and you got the likes of Brentford after that. And the games are coming very much thick and fast. All in all, it wasn't really a great game, to be honest with you, from a neutral standpoint of view. I thought it was just very much average. But yeah, Arsenal do end up picking up the points at the end. I mean, you'd kind of expect them to when Man City are playing really defensively right at the end. Pep Guardiola was perfect, coached the perfect win, got the one-shot goal from Erling Haaland. And I thought defensively they were very good. I thought they was good in the midfield as well, because they was kind of containing Arsenal just due to Arsenal's lack of firepower going forward, struggling to move the ball forward, struggling to really create chances. And yeah, just didn't get Jokeris in the game. I saw 0 shots. Ball almost kind of falls to him, but yeah, cleared away from Manchester City. Arsenal, what was the point in genuinely bringing in Victor Jokeris if you're not going to play to his strengths, if you're not going to play the ball to him, if you're not going to get him involved in the game? These are things where I'm like, what was the point in playing him? Genuinely, what is the point in playing him? We know Marty Medway can trust to try and track back and play the ball forward. You kind of really only playing really one attacker. Poor from Arsenal, poor from Mikel Arteta, if I'm being truly honest with you. I expected more from them considering they're at home. And also, I think it just explains the mentality. When Martinelli scores that goal, why are you doing 1 million celebrations? Why are you doing knee slides all around the gaff? Like you've just won the Champions League. And you can see on Mikel Arteta's face, his celebrations, he wanted the point. I'm sorry, this Manchester City team has been able to get at last season, this season. You probably could argue the back end of the other season as well. And you're not going for the kill and trying to beat them. You beat them 5-1 last season. Where was that? Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But look, as a Liverpool fan point of view, I'm not really too concerned. I think we are going to win the league again. For any of you FPL users, these are the current overall points. As I got you a few, Martinelli got you 6, and if you had Haaland, which most people do, he got you 6 points. But all in all, I think Man City are probably coming out without the happier result, considering they're away from home, despite conceding in the last minute. But that is the end of the match reaction. Smash that like, subscribe, share to the channel, and I'll take it off. See you all very soon.